This video is part of a series. Complete the previous videos in this playlist before you start this video. The complete playlist information, the material and the code file information is given in the video description below.
Let's get into the details of memory management in LangGraph AI agents. We use a concept called Checkpointer. In LangGraph, they have given something called Checkpointer. That is the memory saving system inside the LangGraph. And working with Checkpointer is pretty straightforward. Basically, it takes a snapshot of everything that happens. So Checkpointer automatically saves the state of the graph. It stores the conversation history. It tracks the workflow progress. It restores the agent later on. If the workflow stops at any particular point, LangGraph can continue from the last saved checkpoint. That is the whole point of Checkpointer. So the way it works is you define a checkpointer. So you will say that from LangGraph checkpoint memory import MemorySaver. And while you are compiling the graph, you will say use my checkpointer memory. Then automatically everything gets saved. All these elements that we have discussed here, they will be saved. And later on, the question that we asked earlier, what was my previous question? That will also get saved. The previous question will get saved. And then we will get that previous question as well. So let us see. Let's go back to our code file and see how to implement agent with memory or simply using checkpointer. Let me add a couple of lines of code. I'm at example 5 agent with memory. You can also come here and say from LangGraph dot checkpoint dot memory import MemorySaver. And then I will say memory equal to MemorySaver. Now this we will be using it internally. So import MemorySaver. And then while I'm defining my agent, what was our agent previously? I simply said my agent underscore app equal to agent workflow dot compile. But this time I will say agent underscore app equal to agent dot workflow, agent workflow dot compile. And while compiling, I will say my check pointer is equal to memory. You can give any name here. You can say my memory or memory saver here. And then you can display the agent. It looks all the same. There is absolutely no difference in the graph. Agent workflow is not defined. So I think we will quickly define that, or maybe on the safe side, I will try to do everything that we had done earlier in Tavly from the Tavly. So you have the Tavly search engine, and then you have the LLM. So just making sure that everything is up and running. Looks like we have lost the connection in between. So what we will do is I will quickly re-execute this, keep everything ready, and then we will try to go to memory. So once you have this agent workflow, you just need to keep checkpoints equal to memory, and then you will simply say agent underscore app, and then you try to print it. Inside this, you will not see any difference. Only thing is internally, you are tracking every step using the checkpointer memory. And then you have to create this config dictionary. So you can say my config, or I would say config1. And then you have to give this syntax called configurable, and you have to give the thread ID. So different threads, if you want to maintain, you can give different thread IDs. As of now, I have given thread ID as 1. Now I will give agent.invoke. Earlier, I just used to write the message. So that let us suppose the content is who is the new CM of Tamil Nadu. Recently only he got elected. So config equal to config1. And then if I try to get the result we will be getting, we will get it all right. But the most important point is I want to ask the question, what was my previous question? Earlier, we could not get the answer to that, but now I want to get the answer. So I will simply write this again. So there is one extra parameter that you're writing in the result. You're also giving the config. So config equal to config1. And I will say, what was my previous question? So from the result, so the result was already there. So I will just try to print that. The previous question was, who was the new Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu? And 10th May 2026, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu is Vijay, the movie actor Vijay. He is the one. C. Joseph Vijay, he's the movie hero. He got elected as Chief Minister. Now I can use config2. So I will do similar stuff. And I would say config2. Different thread ID I will give. My thread ID is 2 here. And here my question is, what is the latest, let's say, stocks related news in India. If I ask this question, now this is thread ID 2, and if I ask what was my previous question, so Samsung, etc., that was the one. And then if I say what was my previous question, if I give config equal to config2, and if I try to get the result, config equal to config2, I couldn't retrieve the information from the previous results. If you have asked, please give it again. I think once again, I will make sure that I'm giving it properly and I'm asking it properly. So I have to give config2 here, by the way. So I will give once again, what is the latest news? So there is one config1. Who is the CM of Tamil Nadu? Now I'm asking with configuration, different thread ID. I'm asking a question. Basically, I'm storing the information in two different threads. Imagine user 1 was asking about CM of Tamil Nadu. User 2 is asking about some stock related news. Now, if I give config2 and if I try to extract the information, your previous question was related to stocks in India. The reason why I'm showing you this is, let's say if user 1 is continuing, let's say if I say config1, and then try to ask what was my previous question, then it should get us the information from user 1. So let us try to get that. So there are like two configurations. One was asking about another question. Your previous question was who was the chief minister of Tamil Nadu. So I can work with config 1. It will fetch my previous question. In fact, I can work with config 3 also, just for the sake of understanding. We will try to work with config 3 as well. And then you can fetch the question's answer from config 3. What is the news about AI? Now you can work with config 3, then I will say config 3 is what I am defining, configuration equal to config 3. So basically, you can work with config 1, config 2, config 3. That means you have different thread ID. This is a thread that is running. Your LangGraph is keeping the memory of this thread where user 1 is asking questions related to politics. User 2 is asking questions related to stock market. User 3 is asking questions related to AI. But we will be able to access all these pieces of information now. Let me ask what was my previous question, but this time based on config 3, you tell me in this thread, what was my previous question? So in this thread, you have what was the news about AI? In thread 2, you were talking about stock market. In thread 1, you're talking about politics. So this is how memory is stored inside LangGraph. LangGraph memory is stored by using checkpoints. And this memory is in memory. That means it is stored inside RAM. Once you close this session, thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, all these things will be over. Memory will be gone. Everything will be gone. Agent will be gone. There is a way to store all this permanently also. You can also store it as long-term memory. This you can call it as short-term memory. In general, you have this stored on the RAM. Later on, we will see long-term memory also. You can store it in an SQL server or PostgreSQL server, and then you can actually keep it in a data set and get all the information persisted on your hard disk as well. But this is the most widely used way. You can simply create a checkpointer memory, my memory equal to MemorySaver. While compiling it, make sure that you say checkpointer equal to memory. And then while you are calling, while you are invoking, make sure that you give the configurable and thread ID. And thread ID is needed so that you are not confusing two different memory threads. If you have two different threads, then two different answers or the two different histories can be tracked. And that is needed if you are exposing your application to multiple users and making sure that every user gets their own thread related information as the memory. Before we move on to the next section, let us do one hands-on exercise on AI agent with memory plus tools so that we can get a good understanding of this. Then we will move on to our next section.
Continue with the next video in the playlist. We are covering everything step by step. If you have any questions or the comments, please post them in the comments window below.